Welcome back. You're still watching On Point. The Commission on Elections has issued a number of show-cause orders to some candidates for allegedly violating the poll body's resolution against discrimination. Joining us now is Comelec Director Sonia Lozada. She's the head of Task Force SAFE, or Safeguarding Against Fear and Exclusion in Elections. Director, good to have you. Maraming salamat din po sa inyong oras. So, to be clear, kayo po yung nagpapadala ng mga show-cause order sa mga kandidato who are deemed, I'll go straight to the point, bastos. Tama ho ba? Yung naging pananalita sa mga rally ay bastos.
Yes.
Okay.
So our task force is responsible for issuing show-cause orders to candidates who have deemed to have uttered misogynistic remarks against women, against people of the different religious faith. Yun po yung gist, no? So the show-cause orders in a way, of course, to validate as well if they really said what they said, and also if it's true, because of course they could always say na the video was spliced, or it's not, or it could be deepfaked.
Yeah.
So it's an opportunity for the candidates, of course, to answer the claims against them, and also part of the due process, really.
But SAFE was just formed for this election. Bago po
Yes.
itong SAFE na to.
Yes, this
And
is
basically, it's really to watch candidates, basically telling the candidates, watch what you say.
Yes. Not only watch what you say, but having the campaign to be a safe space for everyone. Right, safe space, not only safe spaces for our electorate. So when they go to rallies, hindi sila mababastos, hindi sila maput on the spot, they won't be humiliated by the candidates. Or if you are a woman candidate and you are subjected to misogynistic remarks, it's to have campaign spaces, the public discourse, a safe space for electoral campaigns.
You know, I have a question about that because if there was a joke uttered and a candidate would say, natawa naman yung mga nanonood eh, or referring to maybe may kasama ho siya sa stage at yung nga niloko niya yung kasama niya sa stage, natawa pa yung kasama niya sa stage, does that excuse the candidate or the joke?
It depends on how the reception is also in the audience. It's important to look into the perspective as well, because most of the complaints actually that form the basis of the show-cause orders are not just Comelec motu proprio, but we have received reports from different avenues, from Facebook pages, from even the 888 Presidential Action Center, complaining about the acts that the subject of the show-cause orders. So clearly, you can see that the audience was not pleased.
Yeah.
There could have been laughter.
There could be, yeah, if there were 100 people, maybe
Right.
half laughed and half didn't actually find it funny. Ganun po.
Yes, it could be that.
But you can't, you can't go on counting. Ay, yung 50% tumawa, hindi po ganon. At the end of the day, what? It's the judgment call of SAFE.
Safe, and also you have to remember that the basis of the resolution 11116, which is that forms the anti-discrimination guidelines and the fair campaigning rules, it's actually based on an older law, which is the Safe Spaces Act, or more colloquially known, the Bawal Bastos. So in that law, even if it's not campaigns, it's not already okay.
Bawal na siya eh.
Bawal na siya in public spaces normally. So,
parang in-adapt nyo lang yun dito. All right. So, here's the thing. What is the difference between, okay, negative campaigning is all right.
It is considered campaigning as well. Kasi voting for or against, yun po yung definition
So,
ng law.
pwede yung negative campaigning, pero ano pong parameters ng negative campaigning?
Siyempre, sana relevant to the platform, relevant to the qualifications of the candidate.
So,
that would be in the interest na mas on point to the qualification sana ng isang kandidato.
So kung may kalaban kang, for example, mayor, pwede mo pong i-criticize yung mayor, let's say a sitting mayor, because of supposedly what you assume as lack of services to or action to the constituents, pwede yung mga ganon.
Pwede
Pero
naman.
pag tawagin nyo pong yung mga salitang, sabihin ko na po para malinaw, kunwari, yun na nga, yung katawan, sabihin nyo pong taba, o kaya pangit, o yung mga ganon, pwede ba yun? Kasi ang hirap po ilagay yung, parang to
Yes.
understand the parameters of...
Oo. Think about it this way. If the candidate is going against a male candidate as well, would they have made the same remarks? It just so happens in the politics kasi pag babae yung kalamang mong kandidato, it's sometimes subjected, magko-comment ka sa age nila, sa itsura nila,
Katawan nila.
Yes, which you normally don't do if your rival candidate is.
But what if they say, I will do it, a rival male candidate as well?
But that's, we haven't seen that.
Really?
Except
Wala pa.
for siguro yung, there's one case where subject also of a show cause order wherein yung kandidato daw niya may cancer.
Yeah, I heard about that. Tapos yung sinabi nung, he was on stage, sabi niya, may sakit. Tapos sinabi nung kandidato na yon, that particular guy, cancer. And then may nagsabi, hindi po cancer. Tapos sabi niya, ay hindi, cancer na rin yun. Parang gumanon ho siya, ginastify pa niya. Okay, let's talk about the show cause orders. Dito po sa SAFE, ilan na po, how many have been issued so far?
7.
7. Okay.
7.
Kasama na po dito
Yung dalawa kay Attorney Christian siya. So, out of the 7, dalawa po yung sa kanya.
Okay. Attorney Sia is the congressional candidate in Pasig na nag-viral po yung kanyang video. Would you say that started all this show cause orders?
Yes, he was the first one issued the
That's
show
the first
cause
one, no?
order.
Siya po yung nag-joke on solo parents.
Yes.
And then the second one, let's get an update on that. So, sumagot na po siya dun sa first show cause order.
Yes,
Okay.
pero
Ang sinabi po niya, freedom of speech.
Yes. His words may be brash, that's what he said, but he answered that it is well within his right of freedom of speech. But again, we all know that if freedom of speech is not absolute, there are exceptions. And even in the Safe Spaces Act, we say na we cannot use derogatory terms, we cannot sexist slurs. Hindi na nga po yun pwede in the normal context, kahit hindi
Siguro
po
dapat
election.
niyo pong ulit-ulitin yan.
Yes.
At saka,
We want sana the Philippine Commission on Women to help us on this kasi sila po ang nag-promulgate ng IRR on the Safe Spaces Act.
so kahit po sabihin na joke yon, nagbibiro lang naman talaga ako kahit sabihin ko po yon.
Yeah.
That's not an excuse.
Yeah, it's normalizing sexism.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the second one, he has another show cause order. Sinagot na po ba niya yon? Ito naman po yung pinataas niya sa stage, yung
Yes.
kanyang staff.
Tapos tinawagan niyang mataba.
Oo.
Hindi pa niya sinasagot yung second one.
Okay. And yun po ay dahil, ano po yung
Body shaming.
body shaming? Ano pa po?
Oh, humiliation, syempre, on the basis of the staff's personal appearance.
Let me ask you this. If that was the case, because I watched the video, sasagot po, hypothetically, well, I'm assuming he will answer. And then what if the subject, the lady he was with, will say, I was not insulted by this. Does that free him of that liability or culpability?
Well, not necessarily, because we have to look at everything in totality, no? What he did the first time, the second time, and look at it in the context of the Safe Spaces Act and the Comelec resolution. So for now, to be honest, I can't comment yet because we are waiting for the second answers before we can issue a recommendation on what to do with this case.
I guess what I want to find out is if the staff proves that, can she be used as his defense? To his defense? Pwede ho ba yun?
Pwede niyang i-cite, pero of course, whether or not that would have value would something to be determined.
All right. And then because you said 7, the one
Yes.
was, there was a candidate. Saan ho ba yun yung nagsabi ng cancer?
I think
What?
that would be in Misamis or in, Misamis
Okay.
Oriental.
Because there's another one, I think this is in Cavite.
Silang.
Sa Silang naman.
That's the latest one. Yeah.
Okay. Ano pong sinabi niya?
Yung sa solo parents.
Bakit ba ang hilig nila sa solo parent?
Na pag-raffle, tapos whoever will get married to him. Parang, that's one of the comments.
Okay.
The other one is about, I think yung lola na I'm not really...
Ito po. I think I have that.
Yeah. I
Kanina-
can't really exactly say
Ito po.
what...
Silang Cavite mayoral candidate. Kevin Anarna.
Yes.
Kanina, di ko na mabilang kung ilan ang kumurot sa, pwede ko ba ito sabihin? Meron pa kanina si Lola. Alam nyo, first time ko nangyari ito sa kampanya, si Lola, hindi pinlay pala natin kanina. Based on that, ayun na nga po. Baka kasi ako pa ma-site dito. Ako magka-show cause order dito.
Hindi naman.
Yan po. Diba?
Yes.
So,
Again,
kayo na lang po magbasa.
Yes. So, sino dito ang mga solo parents? Bakit parang dumami ang solo parents? Kasi lahat ng solo parents, bigyan natin ng libreng asawa. Ang gagawin natin, lahat ng balong lalaki at lahat ng balong babae, ng
Those are
ira-raffle.
widows.
Right. Right.
And then the other one was
Right.
this. Yan po. Ayan o.
Right. Kanina di ko na mabilang kung ilan ang kumurot sa puwet ko. Meron pa kanina si Lola. Alam niyo, first time ko nangyari ito sa kampanya, si Lola. I don't know if I can say this.
Oh, yun. Oo. Anyway, so yun parang ano.
Yeah. So again, part of the
He
due
was
process.
smothered with kisses. Yun ang English. Kasi sa Tagalog, medyo iba yung...
Yes.
So siya po yung latest?
Yes,
Okay.
siya yung the last one. But because it was just served today, he has 3 days from today to answer.
But apart from that, there's also another show cause on vote buying, ho ba?
No, the one in Misamis Oriental, I think, is the one where yung governor, he had also anti-Muslim sentiments.
I see.
Right. So,
Okay. So far, 7. Any more show cause orders?
upcoming, so far that's, we are studying some, but because they are uttered in different local dialects, we need to verify, of course, there's translation, and also identify if the person shown on the video is really a candidate, and the timing, and also the context. So yun yung mga binavalidate pa namin.
Are you getting a lot of
Yes.
reklamos, complaints?
Right.
Marami po.
For Attorney Sia, it's not just the one in the task force SAFE. I was informed by our legal department, law department, that the solo parent party list group also filed an
They
election.
did, yeah. I heard
Right.
about that too. They filed a complaint against that as well. So we'll get more updates, Director, from SAFE with regards to possibly more show cause orders that will be issued by SAFE from the Comelec. Comelec Director Sonia Lozada, the head of Task Force SAFE or Safeguarding Against Fear and Exclusion in Elections. Maraming salamat po sa inyong
Thank you for
oras.
having me.
And that's On Point. Join us again next week at 7:30 p.m. here on BNC, the Billionario News Channel. I'm Pinky Webb. Thank you for watching.